Welcome to the She Means Business show, where our mission is to activate your confidence, amplify your voice, and help you align to your power. I am so grateful to have on this amazing guest today, Natalie Gardner, who I had the privilege and honor of meeting at Amberley Lago's Unstoppable Success Summit. So not only will you find out that she has two decades in biotech, turned entrepreneur, she is also an amazing speaker. So welcome to the show, Natalie.
You are so sweet. Thank you so much for having me, Ashley. I'm excited to be here.
I am so excited to talk to Natalie today. You are going to learn so much about her entrepreneurial journey. Natalie Gardner is the founder of two purpose-driven brands, transforming wellness from the inside out: Dr. Doug's Miracle Balms and Healthy Brain Doc. After 2 decades in biotech, she traded corporate for impact, creating clean, handcrafted skincare that actually works, and launching a first-of-its-kind neurology practice focused on prevention and getting to the root, not just treating symptoms. With heart, grit, and a deep belief in doing things differently, Natalie is building brands that heal, empower, and put people first, because healing shouldn't be complicated, and she's determined to simplify it. So welcome to the show, Natalie. So can we just start with two decades in biotech? Like, that's really impressive.
It ages me, but yes, it was, I had an amazing career. I worked for some fantastic companies. Really, I really only took positions where I believed in what the product could do, how it could help people, and what the company was doing for that disease state. So there have been some amazing people along the way. We've made an impact on a lot of lives, and it was very rewarding.
So turn entrepreneur. What was that shift like, and how did that happen?
Well, I just remember from a super young age that I always wanted my own business. Okay. So that's kind of where it started. I knew I wanted to help people and have my own business. So really all of my days in biotech, I ran the business like it was mine. And I remember one day I was sitting across the table from my friend Doug, and who is a neurologist, and he was talking about how he does these crazy races. Okay. So good crazy, but I'm not doing 100 miles in the mountains, just not my thing. But he needed one thing to put in his pack that he was hoping could prevent blisters and chafing and heal his skin if he needed it. And so he started he was telling me the story about him compounding this stuff in his hotel room. And before you knew it, they become a family, these crazy racers around the country. And before you knew it, everyone was asking him, "Did you bring your stuff?" And so I remember him telling me this story, and I just looked at him. I'm like, you really need to sell this stuff. People need to have something so simple, because it's only 7 organic ingredients. So people need to have something this simple that actually works and works for multiple purposes. And so that's basically how it got started. He looked back at me and said, "I'm a neurologist. I have no idea how to do that. But if you want to do the business side, I can do the R&D and make it." And so that's really where it started. And then from there, it was it was just a kind of a side gig. We were just focusing on bringing it to people. It was all word of mouth. And as it started to grow, I realized if I didn't put more effort into it, I needed to put that focus and effort, and realized it was time for me to go start my own business.
Amazing. So you say you knew from a young age. What did that look like? Because I felt the same way, and I was from a very young age doing garage sales out in the front yard, lemonade stands, and I've heard that it's actually like a very common denominator for entrepreneurs. Did you do anything like that?
The first thing I ever remember doing like that, well, I did lemonade stands and stuff like that, of course, but and now that you say it, I did help my mom with a lot of garage sales. But the first thing that popped into my mind when you asked was when I think I was 13, and I went and I got my babysitter certification. And I walked from door to door with I can remember this navy blue presentation binder, And I was going to talk to all the families in the neighborhood and make sure they knew I was around and I was certified to babysit for their kids.
I love this because I feel so connected to this story. But did you know this? Like, I don't know where I heard this statistic or whatever, but when my kids now, like when they were young and started doing lemonade stands, I'm like, that's so interesting. Who would have thought like this is actually an entrepreneurial trait? When you think, I mean, they're just having fun, but deep down, there's really actually more to it. But I would go door to door as well. I was in elementary school. This is so funny. I would sell, the school did a spaghetti supper. And there was a raffle. And so the student who sold the most raffle tickets won a prize. And you don't even know what it is. So I would go door to door, make my mom drive me to every neighborhood in Nashville and knock on the door and sell spaghetti supper tickets. Like, who wants to do that? But I did win. I won some roller skates. That was the prize. Okay, so here you are. You realize this can't be a side hustle anymore. You're gonna like jump into it full force. Like, how did that work? And were you scared, or were you really confident with that? I'm gonna knock on your door confidence.
So it was scary. I mean, I'll be very honest. Leaving a job that I actually really enjoyed with some amazing people, with great stability, and I mean, there were a lot of reasons why maybe I shouldn't, right? To be comfortable. And I knew this would be hard. And I'll tell you, everyone I talked to, even when I was leaving, they're like, wow, that's going to be hard. And I'm like, I'm okay with hard. I'm going into it, eyes open. I'm okay with hard. But I really do believe I can do something with this and I can help a lot of people. So
interesting. So there's a quote I love, give power to your potential, not your fear. And I don't think that's an instinct most people have. So there's also, I've read there's like, I don't know, maybe a top 10 list of common denominators that people who have big dreams that actually manifest them and make them come true have. And one of them is optimism. So I feel like that's what you were just saying in a different way. Do you feel like you are not over optimistic, but that optimism is something that's come natural to you, or were you just so passionate you knew this was going to work?
I think I've always been optimistic. So what's the point in not being, right? I mean, I just feel like, I don't know, I'm big on positivity and not like cheesy positivity, but if what you think becomes. And so I just don't understand not having optimism.
I agree. Do you feel like, I feel like I'm an unapologetic optimist, and I'm feeling that's where you are too. So I get a lot of the times like, Ashley, you're really so positive, or, your cup's always half full. I feel like I'm kind of it's not normal, and people kind of look at me like, why are you so positive all the time? Do you get that?
I do get it sometimes. And actually I've kind of recently from people close to me, and it's just like, listen, if it will bring me down if I fall into these patterns that other people bring on me. I heard you talking recently about,
was it the 5?
Yes.
The 5 people in your life?
Yes. So the 5 closest to you. So anyway, I heard that, I'm hearing that recently, and it's just like, if I let some of those people close to me bring me down or give me, take away my confidence, and it's happened, right? But I guess I've hopefully learned from that. And if I let it continue to happen, I just can't. I can't.
I love, the positivity talk. So for anyone out there that wants some tips on, maybe you struggle with optimism, what's your tip or something that you do that keeps you in that positive state of mind?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things I've started doing lately is a gratitude walk in the morning. And I heard John Gordon talking about this, and he does a gratitude walk. And, I've started doing it. I'm actually taking my dog for a walk super early in the morning, and not bringing my phone, no distractions, but starting my day with gratitude.
Mm.
And I feel like that certainly helps. There's a lot of, I mean, in where we are right now and growing this business, along with having teenagers and everything else going on around us, there's so much that gets in the way of remembering the good, right? And remembering what we are grateful for.
But what you just said is a game changer for me too. But I go on a walk every morning, and I actually I do a couple laps, and every lap has an intention. So my first one is the monkey mind, and I just kind of like observe my thoughts to see like if I just let my mind go. It's really interesting, but it's like I'm mad at this, or this person's on my nerves, or oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to do this today. And then I kind of laugh. I'm like, wow, this is really what goes on, but I'm gonna fix all this. So then the second lap is gratitude, and it just shuts all of that down, all the noise and all the stress or all the frustrations. They just suddenly don't matter when all of a sudden everything is based on gratitude. And it's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, when you just flip that script, it's a game changer. And when I don't do my morning walk, first of all, just being outside and in nature, that's the first step. And then to double that with the gratitude, got to do it. And if I don't, I'm not the same person. So totally resonate.
I'm with you.
Okay. So here you are, entrepreneur, starting this new business. What happens next?
Oh goodness, that's a big one. The first year was super challenging for me because I felt like I should be getting more momentum, but I was getting all the logistic things together. And so I've realized since then, just not to wait. Go out and do it. You don't have to have everything in place. You know, I kind of fell into that pattern for a while of, oh, well, this has got to be right. And this has got to, the website's got to, you know, I mean, come on. The fact is we need to get the word out there and grow the business so we can help more people. And that was, so that was a big, that transition year it was tough. It really was tough. It felt good, and there was growth, but I felt like there was so much more I could be doing.
Well, you said something. So basically, on our first episode, we had Ellie and Ness, and she mentioned that too. Like, and don't be a victim of analysis paralysis, where you get so stuck in what you should do or what you shouldn't do, and all these details that you just stop taking action. Like, yes, you got to go for it and don't get stuck there. And so, going back to one of those top 10 traits that entrepreneurs have in common, it's also that they take risk. And so you're naturally falling into this. And I wasn't even planning on talking about these 10 traits. I just happen to know about them because I find them fascinating. So, okay, so what's next? So in entrepreneurship is this up and down thing. So, you know, for anyone coming in that just thinks it's this uphill or, I don't know, joyride.
Yeah, so
it's
easy.
Really not, right? So what was like the big moment where something happened and you're like, this is working. Oh my gosh, we're doing this.
Yeah. You know, the reviews we started even before on my transition, we started getting them, and those definitely gave me confidence in what we were doing and how we were changing lives, and with something so simple, right?
And tell us more about the products, because so let's back up a little bit and tell everyone what they are, because there is an amazing product lineup.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes. You know what? I get a little passionate about it, so stop me if I...
Yes, please. I'm passionate about it too.
So it all started with the Miracle Balm, and that's the one that I mentioned earlier, has 7 organic ingredients. I never could find something, and I tried everything, that would last me from shower to shower, keeping my skin moisturized. So that's one of the things that I use every single day, but that's where it started. Each additional product that we have added 1 or 2 organic or all natural ingredients to it. So like we have Miracle Balm with zinc that has a natural sun protectant but is amazing at healing. We have one that has lemongrass in it that keeps the bugs away. We have the 2 that are our best sellers are our magnesium balm. So we're all deficient in magnesium. And again, it's just all natural. We're not putting any preservatives or junk in them. So don't put it under your sink and think it's going to be good when you pull it out 3 years from now, which I have done with a lot of products in the past that just never work. But make sure that, that's one of the things we have to educate on. But the magnesium is amazing for sleep, restless leg, any kind of muscle and nerve pain, tension, and even skin tightening. So magnesium's been used for years for skin elasticity and tightening.
Wow. I didn't realize that, but now I'm going to start going through this stuff a lot quicker.
It's been amazing. And then the recovery has magnesium in it, but also has organic Arnica montana. And he created that one for his plantar fasciitis. He tells the story that he was out running and he just didn't want to stop running, but it hurt him so bad that he needed to find something. So he remembers searching up on Amazon some Arnica and giving it a try. And he had tried all the CBD stuff, all that, so many things. And the recovery balm really helped him with that. So it helps with everything from aches and pains to, arthritis to basically Arnica is nature's Motrin. So it brings down inflammation and just, growing pains in kids. It's been helping a lot of people. So
how many products are there?
7
products. So this is my testimonial, which I did also leave on Amazon, but I have chronic dry lips, chapped lips all year long. Of course it's worse in the winter, but it was embarrassing where it was just disgusting, but it's the only thing that has worked. And not only after a significant amount of time, but day one, it was literally a miracle. I've never. So if you have chapped lips, it works hands down. Amazing, unbelievable. Really unbelievable. So it's amazing because it's kind of 3 categories of people: mom and baby, athletes, and then what was the third one? Outdoors or things like that, right? So with the bug repellent. Amazing. So what is your personal favorite?
Oh, that's hard. We use them all in our house, to be honest. So today, usually I use the Miracle Balm after I get out of the shower, neck down. But in the summer, I'm using the Miracle Balm with zinc because it gives me that sun protection, and it hydrates. So that's what I'll do, and that's what I did today. I love using the magnesium balm on my midsection because, it just needs a little extra. And then I also use it at night before bed. It helps so much if I do knees to toes. It helps with me just to sleep through the night and just, it's kind of like a little self-care ritual at the end of the day, just to relax. And
I feel like you're saying so many buzzwords as well. Magnesium, I feel like has, it's kind of the new buzzword I feel out there. And then just talking about sleep and skin tightening. You got it all. So,
magnesium is pretty amazing. It's one of the most vital minerals to our bodies. It helps with, I think, over 300 different functions. When you can put it on directly on the area that's bothering you and it absorbs transdermally, it's amazing, the results.
So, and you have 2 teenage sons, right?
I do.
So what do they use the most? What's kind of their go-to?
They use, one is a wrestler. So he's always working out and sore. So he uses the recovery more than anything, just for those aches and pains and soreness. And then my other son has some eczema. So he uses the Miracle Balm, but he really needs to use it every day. Boys don't love to put stuff on. But every once in a while he's like, I can't believe I haven't been using it because now my eczema's back. Now I have these patchy bumps on my skin, and so he needs to be using that one more. It's just hard to get boys to actually do it. Whereas, in sports, it's easy. You want to get rid of that, those aches and pains. So
amazing. So another shout out to Natalie. Not only is she this amazing entrepreneur with these miraculous products, she's also a mom to 2 teenage boys. So hats off to you.
Well, thank you.
So let's get back to this journey. Your biotech background, entrepreneur. we've talked about the confidence. Now, how did you, or was there a moment where you started kind of having to be the spokesperson for this brand, or how did you start sharing more about this personally?
Yeah, I still struggle with that, to be honest, Ashley. I need to be I need to be in the spotlight more. I need to talk about it more. When I do, it makes a difference. I've always kind of focused on getting Doug out there and getting the information out there, but I think it's just as important that I do it. And so I've been trying to be much better at it. If I'm not sharing, how am I helping other people, right? I mean, it's kind of keeping it from people who need it. So
It is. And so I was fortunate to see Natalie speak at a conference, and she was so amazing on stage. And so here she is. And this is, I think, common with all women. And that's why I'm so passionate about this platform. It's how do we impact women to be more comfortable with visibility? Because it's not about being seen, it's not about being arrogant, it's about making impact. And you have products that change people's lives, that make their life better. And it's a disservice when you hide. And I'm one to talk. Like I didn't show my face with the magazine for 2 years. I was behind the scenes, hiding behind the branding and the colors and the graphics. And I'm trying to come out of my shell as well.
well, but I think that's a really good point, because that's just how we are, right? And it sounds like we're a lot alike in that way. But when it comes down to it, we shouldn't be behind the scenes, right? People want to know the person behind the company. They want to know, they just want to know, they want to be real. And so I'm trying to say, it's okay if I have no makeup on and whatever the day looks like. But if I'm inspired to make a video, just do it.
Let me tell you. So you probably didn't see this one, or I hope kind of that you didn't. But I was terrified to show up on social media. So I got myself into an amazing support group of amazing women with Amberly Lago. So I know you understand that as well. And that really shifted things for me. And they basically forced me to start showing up. And so I remember my first post, my hands are shaking. I'm literally sweating. I'm gonna die. And I made my first post, and I did like the poll, and it's like, are you afraid to show up on social media? Because I am, while I'm shaking. And the response I got was actually mind blowing, because it was literally my first post, and I had women that had been on the cover, accolades times a million, who were also afraid to show up. And I was like, it was an aha moment for me, because I was like, I'm not the only one. And then I did a bloopers video, because I probably did 20 takes. And I was like, let me just be real here and show people like what this really took for me to do it. So
that's awesome. I'm gonna have to go look at it now. I did not see it, but I'm gonna have to go look at it. And I'm so proud of you. I mean, Amberly's, she brings together such amazing women, and I am so grateful that we were able to meet through that as well.
Yes. Shout out to you, Amberly Lago. We love you. But okay, so how much do you show up on social media?
Just periodically. But I'll tell you, I've actually made quite a few videos this week. So
awesome.
I think you'll see a little bit more of me. I'm trying to, we have these amazing, from a Dr. Doug's perspective, we have these amazing new tools that work for lymphatic drainage and like skin, so work with the magnesium balm for skin tightening and things like that. And I actually haven't announced the second one. The one that we've had and people are loving is a body gua sha.
Ooh.
It is fantastic.
Amazing.
And it is making huge differences for people, and the feedback has been great. And I wish if I had one with me, I'd show you, but I had it designed so it has different sides. So one will stimulate collagen more, like things like that. And then people loved them so much that I got mini ones for the face.
Very cool.
Like
So
right in the jawline.
This is a like sneak peek into what's coming.
Yes, I haven't even announced this yet, so you're the first to hear. But I just got them, and I was trying it this morning, and I was using. I did a little video, as I was trying to use it. I'm like, okay, here's before. Let's see how I look in a couple weeks, right? And so, but like it fits right in the jaw. I mean, it's the perfect little gua sha, and it also has the. And at night, I'm going to use the one with the side with the combs because it'll make you red. That's what stimulates the collagen, right? But basically it just clears your system, right? So when you do dry brushing or gua shaing for lymphatic drainage, there's certain ways you should do it. A lot of times it's toward your heart, but a lot of cancer patients are told to do, just do lymphatic drainage regularly. And so there's a lot behind it. That's a whole nother episode we can always go into. If anyone wants to know about lymphatic drainage and tightening, but there's a lot to it, but these tools do both.
Very cool. Okay. So it's an add-on to go along with the magnesium, or it has a whole nother product line with it too?
No, we're actually using it right now with the magnesium. I have a tightening and recovery toolkit that we put together with a fitness guru, Elizabeth Ayler, and she has been talking a lot about it. But basically, it has a jar of magnesium balm, the body gua sha, a dry brush. And you can choose from gentle or deep exfoliation. And then it has a twist of recovery. And that's because, if for any kind of back pain or any kind of, if somebody needs a little inflammation control, then they would use that instead of the mag. But most of the time you can use just the mag and the gua sha and the dry brush before the shower. So we put together that little kit. And we haven't sold the stones by themselves yet, but now we are. So that's another thing that hasn't gone live yet, but we're going to do that now.
And what's the expected date for this? The anticipation?
Oh, within like 1 more week. So probably by July 10th, I'll be out there.
Amazing. So when this goes live, we'll do an announcement. We'll have to do a promo for that as well. Okay. That's exciting stuff. So, okay. Well, I was going to say what's next for Dr. Doug. And so I guess that's it. Is there anything else on the radar that's coming up that we need to know about?
Yes, we're also working on we're working on a face. So we make a face balm with Tracy Anderson for a collaboration we do with her. And it's called Ageless Expression. People love it, but we've really focused on the body. But people are asking us for face now. And now that we have the face gua sha, you could still use magnesium, but if we make one specifically for the face, it will be non-comedogenic and have, like the Ageless Expression that we do with Tracy has hyaluronic acid and niacinamide in it, which are natural anti-aging ingredients. So if we make something like that, that's going to be coming up soon. And then one of my other goals is an anti-aging for body that also has hyaluronic acid and niacinamide with the mag. So fingers crossed. I don't know any timeline on that, but I'm hoping we have that here in the next year. We source from the best of the best. We're super picky on where we source from and where we get the ingredients that we get. But the magnesium is a natural. The zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, those are not organic, but they're natural and clean. So those are some of the examples. But everything else that we use that can be organic is organic and super great quality.
Amazing. And so do you have retail stores or is everything online?
We are in stores. I'll be very honest, we haven't had the bandwidth to go out and really sell to retailers yet, but we're getting there. The places that have it really tried it. It was word of mouth. They tried it and called us and asked if they can carry it. So dermatology offices, some physical therapy offices, several like lifestyle type boutiques and salons, spas, things of that sort that called us, they do carry it. So there are some places around the country, mostly in Indiana right now, but there are some places around the country. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But we're also starting to get out a little bit more and try to spread the word, because obviously that's a big market that we have an opportunity in.
Well, I know it's available on Amazon, so everyone has access there. So definitely check out the Dr. Doug products there. So coming full circle, I just want to bring it back to what an amazing, powerful female entrepreneur you are. So if there was one message or tip you would give to women to really activate their confidence to either really take action on their dream or even just to grow or expand where they are, what would that be?
Know what you want. Know what you want in life and build your plan around that. For me and for a lot of us, it's really to be able to spend that time with family, to be able to have wealth, but have the freedom, right? To be able to enjoy wealth in more ways than money. And so don't just do it. When you have confidence in yourself and you surround yourself with the right people, they will continue to build that for you. They will help you stay positive, like we talked about earlier, be grateful, and really succeed. So be a part of a group. I mean, like Amberly's was, yeah, it's been amazing. So.
Oh my gosh. And so what I also hear, I just have this vision of you knocking on that door. So for anyone who's looking for that confidence, just take some from Natalie and just envision her knocking on that door, because, it works. It just takes one door to say yes, and things can change, that one door.
That's true.
And then let's talk about your voice. So we've talked about how many women are fearful of visibility and showing up specifically on social media. Do you feel like you have really stepped into that, or what's next for you in amplifying your voice? Maybe is the better question.
I do believe deep down that when you go out and you do the right things, the success will come, right? But you have to do what you really believe in, what your gut is telling you, and just do the right thing. For us, I'm not like a heavy salesperson. Like I'll educate you all day on these ingredients, like we talked about, on things like that. But I would never push anyone to buy anything if it wouldn't help them. And that's another reason why we have 100% money back guarantee. Like, I don't want people to think that they're stuck, right? Ever. And plus it gives us feedback. But I think the thing is to just go out and have that confidence, right? But make sure you're being real. And real brings people in. Real makes people want to know you. And I never stop the scroll for perfection. Do you? I mean,
the perfectly imperfect rule, right? That's
right.
That is the perfection of it. Well, I will say from my personal experience, I love the product. I wouldn't know the product if you hadn't showed up, if you weren't being visible yourself. So I do want to give you a round, I don't know if round of applause is the right word, but you showed up at that meeting and you showed up on that stage. And I know everyone who crosses your path loves you and adores you, and of course loves your product. But you are definitely a testament to the face behind the product. And the more you're out, the more people are going to love it. So keep going, sister.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Same to you, Ashley.
Well, now
I'm so proud of everything you're doing. It's just, I just absolutely love it. It's so fun watching you.
That's a perfect lead into the next question. Whoa! I ask all the guests, what does she means business mean to you?
It means, gosh, I'm kind of going back to my last answer. It means real. It means entrepreneurs, like the ups, the downs, the challenges that we have, the joy that can come, and also the hardships. But What she means business means to me is just people really working, like having drive, working hard and getting there, and having belief, having that confidence, and just going for it.
I love that. Everyone's answer is always so different, and I'm always blown away. But it's, it's a very, I guess, unique experience. And thank you for sharing that with me. That means so much to me. But now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna do a speed round. Are you ready?
Okay, sure.
So just say the first thing that comes to mind when necessary. But the first one's just, what's your zodiac sign?
Leo.
Leo. All right. Okay. I'm also in the music industry, so I have to ask, what's your favorite music genre or artist?
Zach Brown Band.
Ooh, good one. Okay. Most used emoji. I think this tells a lot about a person.
I think it's probably I feel like I use that a lot lately.
Amazing. Okay, and then favorite motivational book, podcast, or tool that helps you?
Oh my goodness. That's a big one. There are so many different, because we're doing so many different things. There's different ones that motivate or that really stand out to me. I really do love Amberly Lago's books. Her new one has been really great. My favorite, really digging into business and entrepreneurship, is The 9% Edge, is what I've been working through right now, by Candy Valentino.
Amazing. And then a female entrepreneur who inspires you?
Sarah Blakely.
Yes.
I mean, her story and she is just such a, she amazes me, everything that she went through and everything that she does, and she continues to
Amazing.
do.
I have emails, Instagram messages into her. I'm like, please be on the magazine, but I don't get a response yet. But it's dream for 2025 or 26, have her on the cover. Well, thank you so much for being on today. It means so much to me. Your story's amazing. Watching you has been amazing, and just getting to know you better in this hour. If you want to learn more, where should they go?
So you can go to drduggs.com, but we're on all the socials as well as Dr. Doug's, Dr. Doug's Balms. And actually, what I didn't mention is our other business that we're starting. So I'll give you a little sneak peek of that. Yeah. We started a concierge neurology practice where Doug's going to be taking more, kind of changing healthcare in a way, and it hasn't existed in neurology before, but it'll be a concierge neurology practice where he really gets down to the root. Instead of treating the symptoms, really taking the time with each patient and digging back into their history and figuring out the root of the problem. So if they have neurodegenerative diseases, et cetera, and also coaching people who have a lot on their family. So that's going to be the newest bit. So you can find that on healthybraindoc.com.
That sounds like a part 2. Will you come back?
Of course.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining the She Means Business show. And thank you for sharing your tips on how to activate your confidence, amplify your voice, and align to your power. Talk to you soon. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.